And the NVIDIA Shield has been something I've been keeping an eye on since its release pretty much. And I thought I'd get it in the Black Friday sale. When the Black Friday sale was on a couple of months ago, it was on offer, so I thought, pull the trigger, I get the NVIDIA Shield, see what it's like. So I ended up going for the TV version of the NVIDIA Shield. You do get a gaming version, but I ended up going for the TV version because I can't really see me doing much gaming on the NVIDIA Shield anyway. It's mainly just for TV use. So you get this sort of pretty simple box with it. And in the box you get just the remote, you get the NVIDIA Shield itself, and you get a power cable. You will have to provide your own HDMI cable. I wish a HDMI cable was provided. You know, I don't really want to go out and buy another one. But yeah, that's what you get in the box. It would have been nice just to get a HDMI cable. When I first unpackaged it, I was actually quite surprised by how small it was. You know, I've got it here in my hand. You can see how small that is really. It just fits in the palm of my hand. It's made out of plastic, but it is actually quite high quality plastic. You know, there are some nice shiny bits to it, and the bottom has a rubber sort of grip sort of thing so that it doesn't slip and slide around when it's on a TV unit or whatever. But yeah, really nice and compact, quite thin. On the back of the NVIDIA Shield, you get a proprietary power port, which I think is quite frustrating. I think it would have been nice just to have USB-C. But anyway, there's also an Ethernet port, there's a HDMI 2.0, and there's two USB 3.0s. And these USB 3.0s can actually be used for quite a few different things, such as hard drives and NASs and other sort of various things. You can even connect a USB drive with pictures or videos or whatever on it, and it will go straight in and you can see your photos, videos or whatever on your NVIDIA Shield, which is pretty nice. The rest of it is pretty clean. The only other thing is there's a green LED that turns on when you have the NVIDIA Shield on. The remote you get with it is pretty simple. There's a few buttons, and there's actually also a sort of touch bit here that you can use to adjust the volume. To be honest, I feel like it's a bit of a gimmick. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't for me, in my experience anyway. Maybe it's my soundbar, I'm not sure why. But yeah, sometimes I'll do it once and it'll go up in volume like twice for some reason. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. And I love the microphone button on here as well. Being able to use the NVIDIA Shield to sort of just search for stuff, Google search for stuff, is pretty decent. The Shield itself is powered by a Tegra X1 chip, and it has 3 GB of RAM. And knowing that it has quite a powerful chip and it has quite a bit of RAM is assuring, because I want it to be able to last a couple of years. You know, it's not something that you're going to upgrade every year. It's something that you're most likely going to upgrade maybe 3 to 5 years, every 3 to 5 years. Sometimes some people might not even upgrade it that often. They might wait 6, 7, 8 years to upgrade. So yeah, knowing that it's got a powerful chip and it's got quite a bit of RAM assures me that it's going to be speedy enough and it's going to be powerful enough to last quite a few years. It comes with Android TV, and this is actually my first experience with Android TV, and I'm pretty impressed. It's quite a fluid experience, quite a sort of smooth experience, especially I guess because of the chip and the RAM that's in the NVIDIA Shield. You know, I don't have any issues with lag or anything like that. The UI is very, very fluid, very, very fast, and zipping in and out of apps is super fast. I'm very impressed. And that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to get it. I have an LG TV with WebOS, but I just feel like it wasn't fluid or fast enough. And you know, having something like the NVIDIA Shield, an actual dedicated sort of media device, helps sort of just navigating through apps, you know, watching videos, watching movies and stuff like that. I don't have to worry about any slowdowns. Google Assistant is built in, and I love Google Assistant. I'm very impressed by how fast and how sort of reliable Google Assistant is. You know, I can use Google Assistant to search for movies, search for TV shows. I can also use it to check weather, things like that. I personally use Google Assistant just to start up apps or use the search function in, say, Netflix or YouTube. You know, it's so snappy, it's so quick, and the voice recognition is so fast, and I feel like it's much, much faster than typing because obviously you don't have a keyboard. So yeah, Google Assistant is very good. So there are a few reasons why I was drawn to the NVIDIA Shield and why I actually bought it. Them being, it supports 4K HDR, it supports Dolby Atmos, and it's Android. I already had an Apple TV, so I knew the Apple TV experience, but I wanted to experience Android TV. I feel like Android TV is more open, there's a few more things you can do with it, and the NVIDIA Shield sort of really takes Android TV and sort of just ramps it up because it's a very powerful media unit. I love how there's USB ports in the back as well, and I can use those USB ports to expand storage if I want to. So currently it's got 16 gigabytes, but say I wanted to put a hard drive on it, I could just get a 1 terabyte hard drive, connect it up, and I can store all my movies, all my music, all my photos, all on that hard drive. I can even use it as a NAS, a network attached storage, if I wanted to. So if you had a hard drive connected to it, you can turn it into a NAS. You know, you can access that hard drive from your computer or whatever and be able to access files. So yeah, there's a lot you can do with Android TV and the NVIDIA Shield, and it's what drew me to it. One annoyance I do have is with the remote. Now, because I had used the Apple TV before, I had used the Apple TV remote, and I found the Apple TV remote is much, much better compared to the TV remote that you get with the NVIDIA Shield. Considering their similar price points, I think NVIDIA could have done better with the remote. You know, the remote is quite plasticky, it's quite finicky. I feel like it doesn't have that solidity that the Apple TV has. And because it's powered by a cell battery, what happens is that it turns off. So say you're watching a movie or a TV show, the remote will turn off after a few minutes because it's trying to save battery. However, you know, say you want to pause it or say you want to go back and you press a button, there's a little bit of a delay because the remote has to start up again. And I find that quite annoying because sometimes I think, oh, it hasn't registered my input, when really the remote itself has just turned off and it's taken a while to start up again. With the Apple TV, I don't have this issue. You know, when I press a button, something happens straight away. So I feel like NVIDIA could have done better with the remote, and I think they could have just made it rechargeable, just fit a bigger battery in it and make it rechargeable so you don't have to worry about turning it off to save battery. I also think Apple's tvOS is a bit better looking and is a bit smoother than Android TV. Android TV doesn't feel as sort of polished and refined. However, I feel like that I'm just nitpicking there because the Android TV experience is still very fast, still very quick on the NVIDIA Shield. I just think, you know, it could be a bit more polished. I feel like a bit more thought could be put into the sort of menus and the systems and things like that. Other than that, I feel like my experience with the NVIDIA Shield has been fantastic over the last few months. I think it's a great little system. It's very fast, it's very zippy, and it's very reliable. And I use it to watch TV shows, use it for Netflix, use it for 4K YouTube videos and whatever else. It's just a fantastic overall system. So if you're considering something like it, I definitely recommend the NVIDIA Shield. If you're not tied into the Apple ecosystem, you don't have movies on things like iTunes and stuff like that,